Have you ever stopped and realized you don't really look forward to things anymore? Not because your life is terrible, not because everything is falling apart, but because the excitement you used to feel just isn't there. A weekend arrives, and it's over before it even feels like it started. You book a holiday, count down the days, and then somehow you're unpacking your suitcase, wondering where the time went. You buy something you've wanted for months, and within a few days, it just becomes another thing you own. If you felt like life has become a little flat, you're far from alone. And it doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong with you. In many cases, it's the world around us that's changed because modern life has quietly changed what our brains expect. Think about how different life was even 20 years ago. If you wanted to watch a film, you waited until it was on television or rented it for the weekend. If you wanted to hear a song, you waited for it to come on the radio. If you wanted to speak to someone, you phoned them or waited until you saw them. There was waiting, there was anticipation, and strangely, that anticipation made experiences feel more valuable. Today, almost everything happens instantly. You don't wait for music, you stream it. You don't wait for food, you order it. You don't wait for entertainment. Thousands of videos are available within seconds. At first, that feels incredible, but slowly, your brain begins treating instant pleasure as normal. And once something becomes normal, it becomes harder to feel excited by it. There's another reason excitement fades. Your brain is incredibly good at adapting. Think about the last time you bought something expensive. Maybe a new phone, a new car, a games console, or something you'd spent months saving for. Remember how exciting it felt? Now think about it today. You probably still appreciate it, but the excitement has gone. Not because the phone became worse, not because the car changed, because your brain adapted. Psychologists sometimes call this hedonic adaptation, our tendency to get used to positive changes over time. It's one reason why chasing the next purchase rarely brings lasting happiness. The feeling fades, and the search for the next thing begins. But perhaps the biggest reason nothing feels exciting anymore is that we're always chasing what's next. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I earn more, when I lose weight, when I move house, when work gets easier, when the kids are older, when I finally get some free time. Life becomes one long countdown to a future that never quite arrives. And while we're waiting, today slips past almost unnoticed. Comparison makes it even harder. Open social media for 5 minutes, and someone is climbing a mountain. Someone is buying their dream house. Someone is getting engaged. Someone is celebrating another success. Without even realizing it, your normal Tuesday begins feeling disappointing, but you're comparing your everyday life to thousands of carefully chosen highlights. Nobody uploads the boring Tuesday. Nobody posts the difficult conversation. Nobody shares the hours spent worrying. Real life is edited before you ever see it. Then there's routine. Routine is useful. It helps us function, but it also has a strange side effect. When every day looks the same, our brains stop paying attention. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch television, sleep, repeat. Days blend together. Weeks disappear. Months seem to vanish. Not because life is moving faster, but because your brain has stopped noticing what's different. That's why childhood summers felt endless. Everything was new. Every experience demanded your attention. As adults, we spend much of our lives on autopilot. The good news is that excitement doesn't always return through bigger experiences. Often, it returns through new ones. Walk a different route home. Cook something you've never made before. Visit somewhere you've never been, even if it's only 20 minutes away. Speak to someone new. Read a different kind of book. Break your routine, even in small ways. Novelty wakes the brain up. It reminds you to pay attention again. And perhaps the most powerful thing you can do is slow down. Modern life encourages us to rush through everything. Meals, weekends, conversations, even holidays. We're always thinking about what comes next, but excitement lives in moments we're actually present for. The first sip of coffee in the morning, a laugh that catches you by surprise, cold air on your face during a walk, watching the sun set without reaching for your phone. These moments aren't extraordinary. They've always been there. We've just become too distracted to notice them. So if nothing feels exciting anymore, don't assume you've lost your ability to enjoy life. Maybe you've simply become too used to rushing towards the next thing. Maybe your brain doesn't need a more exciting life. Maybe it simply needs the chance to notice the one it's already living. Because happiness isn't always hiding in the next achievement, the next purchase, or the next big moment. Sometimes it's waiting quietly inside the ordinary moments we've forgotten to see.